Welcome to Psychology Threads, where we dig into the hidden threads of human mind, relationships, and behavior. Today we're looking at a phenomenon many of us have observed, maybe heard jokes about, maybe even experienced ourselves. Why do so many women over 40 seem to go crazy? Not literally, but why does behavior, mood, relationships, identity often shift in dramatic ways after the age of 40? We'll walk through psychological, biological, social factors, share concrete research insights, and help you understand, or help someone you know, navigate this transition. So grab a cup, get comfortable, and let's dive in. First, what do we mean by this? The idea is that for women, roughly age 40 to 55, there is a noticeable shift in mood, in identity, in relationships and behavior. Popular culture may call it a midlife crisis, although for women, the pattern isn't exactly the same as the stereotypical car-buying, sports-convert male version. But there is a transitional zone. According to psychology, the period from 40 to 65 is considered midlife. During this time, many things converge. Children grow up or leave home, parents age, career plateaus or changes, the body begins noticeable aging and hormonal shifts. These multiple streams of change together can trigger identity questions, dissatisfaction, restlessness. So when we say go crazy, what we really mean is behaviors change, emotions intensify, values shift, relationships may realign. Let's understand why one piece of the puzzle is biological/hormonal change. For women entering their 40s, the approach to perimenopause or menopause brings fluctuations in estrogen, progesterone, other hormones. These can affect mood, sleep, cognition, emotional regulation. For instance, research shows cognitive complaints such as difficulty concentrating increase in the menopausal transition. These changes don't mean crazy in the clinical sense, but they do make emotional regulation harder, stress more visible, and sense of control weaker. On top of that, aging itself, noticing changes in appearance, energy, fertility, attractiveness, can prompt existential thoughts. The article on midlife transitions noted that the onset of middle adulthood reminds people of their mortality and prompts re-evaluation. So biologically, there's a foundation, changes in brain chemistry, body, sleep, energy, that reduce resilience and increase the likelihood of reactive behavior. Biology is one side, the social side is equally powerful. Let's list some of the major transitions many women in their 40s face. Children growing up, leaving home. The caregiving role changes, identity as mother shifts. Career changes, maybe plateauing, reflecting on what's next, maybe sacrificing own goals for others earlier and now questioning them. Caring for aging parents, juggling multiple roles, work plus children, plus parents leads to role overload and stress. Social expectations and stereotypes. Society often tells women that after a certain age they're past it, or that their value changes. That undermines self-esteem. When multiple life streams shift at once, children, job, body, partner, parents, it's like the ground moves underneath. That uncertainty, that questioning. Who am I now? What have I done with my life? What still matters? Fuels internal turbulence. In qualitative studies, women aged 40 to 60 described midlife as a search for self, a time of rediscovery and sometimes crisis. Now let's look into deeper psychological mechanisms and research findings. What do the studies show? 1. Personality and emotional stability changes. In one longitudinal study of women from early 40s to early 50s, they found decreases in self-criticism and dependence and increases in confidence, decisiveness, tolerance of ambiguity. This suggests that while there is turbulence, there's also growth. 2. Multiple stressors co-occurring. The study of midlife women in the Seattle Midlife Women's Health Study found the most challenging parts of midlife were multiple co-occurring stressors, e.g., changing family relationships, plus work/personal balance, plus health issues, plus death of parents. 3. Well-being predictors. Interestingly, the study, Women at Midlife, found that although midlife is challenging, 72.5% of surveyed women described themselves as happy or very happy. Factors that predicted better well-being included good physical health, higher self-esteem, a positive life narrative, supportive friendships, goals for the future. 4. Role overload and emotional health. In middle-aged Russian women, having ambivalent or alienated relationships with parents predicted decline in psycho-emotional health. Role overload, children, plus parents plus work, weakened autonomy, self-acceptance, personal growth. So what do these mean in practice? They mean the crazy behavior often comes from this complex mix of internal change, identity, body, mind, plus external demands, roles, relationships, work, plus the need to reconcile the past with the future. It's not irrational. It's adaptive in a way, but raw and loud. Now for your viewers, if you're a woman in this age zone, or someone close to one, what can you do? Here are some psychologically informed strategies. 1. Identify and name the transition. Recognize that you are in a midlife transition, not a disaster. Naming empowers. 2. Reflect on values and goals. Ask, what matters now? What have I neglected? What do I still want? 3. Check role overload. If you are juggling caring for kids, aging parents, job, partner, society, what can you delegate, renegotiate, let go? Research shows role overload harms well-being. 4. Prioritize physical and mental health. Sleep, exercise, nutrition, hormone health, cognitive health. There's research on menopausal cognitive change. 5. Cultivate supportive social networks. Friends, women's groups, confidants matter. In the Women at Midlife study, having friends and a positive narrative predicted well-being. 6. Embrace growth mindset. This is a chance for rediscovery, not only loss. The personality change study showed women grow in confidence, decisiveness in 40s to 50s. 7. Be gentle with the body and self-image. Accept change, invest in self-care, but avoid the trap of, I must look 25 again. 8. If needed, seek professional help. If you're experiencing persistent depression, anxiety, mood swings, don't dismiss it as midlife. It may be treatable. For partners, children, friends, understand that the person may be going through a deep shift. Offer support, patience, space. Don't assume everything's fine or she's just being dramatic if you're in your 40s or 50s. What shift are you experiencing? If you know someone in that stage, what surprised you? Let's build a community of understanding.